Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. This video is a part of the monthly portfolio update series made for the individuals invested with me on Etoro. During April, the portfolio was down 3.93%, and for the year, we're down 0.57%. We're invested in KWeb, Alibaba, Paramount, Cardlytics, Warner Bros. Discovery, Tencent, and Genpact. For the last 45 days, I've been almost entirely focused on one company, Paramount. Every single day, I wait and hope that I can report to you that we have received a real offer for something over $20 per share, and the special committee at Paramount has accepted it. Unfortunately, that day is still not here. In early April, we got news that the company had entered exclusive negotiations with Skydance. The last 30-day period was full of leaks and reports published by a variety of sources, but to no avail. The exclusivity period lapsed without any deal. Following this period, the company received an expression of interest from Sony and Apollo Global for $26 billion. At first thought, Sony may seem like the strategic bidder, with Apollo providing financing for this deal. But I think it is, in fact, Apollo that is leading the charge here, and we will likely get a deal here as long as Shari Redstone, who's a controlling shareholder at Paramount, is reasonable and does a deal that benefits all shareholders. Just to give you some reference, for now we have two potential bids. The first is from Byron Allen for $30 billion, and the second is a joint bid from Apollo Global and Sony for $26 billion. Right now, Paramount has a market cap of $9 billion with an additional net debt of just over $12 billion. I think that we're going to get positive news in the matter of a few weeks, maybe a couple of months. Hard to say when, but I believe that there's a very, very high probability that this investment is going to pay off very soon. Let's move on to our other holdings. The portfolio performance during May was primarily driven by the rally in China tech. We are invested in the broad-based ETF KWeb that covers the top 50 China tech companies. For the first time in 2 years, this does not seem like a rally that will just fade in the short term. The reason for me thinking this way is because since June 2022, the Fed has engaged in quantitative tightening, allowing $35 billion in mortgage-backed securities and $65 billion in treasuries to mature monthly without reinvestment of proceeds. However, they recently released a statement on May 1st, 2024, stating, beginning in June, the committee will slow the pace of decline of its securities holdings by reducing the monthly redemption cap on treasury securities from $60 billion to $25 billion. So that delta of $35 billion per month will provide liquidity to the treasuries market, and that will benefit assets that gain from a compression in yields. We could get into long duration bonds through something like TLT, but I'm just going to continue to stay long China tech as the currency headwind reduces and the likelihood of a rate cut in the US increases. Along with this change in the Fed policy, the Chinese Finance Ministry is issuing 1 trillion yuan to stimulate the economy through a variety of measures such as interest rate and reserve requirement cuts. In my opinion, these macro factors are going to drive stock prices for China tech over the next 6 months. The fundamentals are likely going to matter much later, perhaps in 2025 or 26. For the next 6 months at least, the reduced headwind from the dollar strength and the tailwind from the Chinese government stimulus is going to sustain this rally. With respect to our specific investments, Alibaba announced that the company will pursue its primary listing in Hong Kong by the end of August 2024. This will increase demand for the shares. In addition to this, the company is also aggressively pursuing its own buyback program. These technical factors are going to play out over the next 6 months for Alibaba, and all signs point to the stock being much higher by the end of the year. I wanted to conclude this update by talking about a position that we have removed from our portfolio, WNS Holdings. Recently, the company announced that they will cancel the ADR program and redomicile the company headquarters to New York in order to be listed as ordinary shares on the New York Stock Exchange. I reached out to the company's investor relations department that confirmed that the ordinary shares would be distributed to all ADR holders, but we were unable to receive the shares as Etoro has not made the listed shares available on the platform. The position was set to close only on the platform, which is why I had to exit. That is it for me from this update. If you have any specific questions about any of our holdings, please share them in the comments or reach out to me on Twitter or on Instagram through the links in the description. Thanks for watching this update. Take care.